大家好，你们很好吗? A good day to you all. I believe you are all doing great. This is a new video for us all, and I really hope this video is going to be educated. Alright, so in today's video, we are going to look at a family planning briefly, and we get to know what family planning is about. We would explain family planning, or like give us a general idea about family planning, and then we look at family planning methods. Mostly when we mention family planning, what comes into our mind are the condoms and the pills, but they are just an aspect of family planning. So today we are going to get to know it better. Just stay tuned and go nowhere. First and foremost, what is family planning? So family planning is simply you deciding to give birth or not. Okay, so deciding the time you want to give birth and deciding the number of kids you want to give birth to, also deciding the number of years between the kids that you want to give birth to. That is what family planning is all about. So if you're in school and then you decide not to give birth immediately, let me just say you are in a relationship but you don't want to give birth, and so that decision is family planning. Let's say you are married and then you give birth, but then you don't want to give birth to the second child immediately. You want about 3 years interval between the two kids. That is family planning. Contraception is just a part of family planning. So we are going to look at some types of the contraception and then the other part of family planning, which is mostly the natural part. So the family planning with the contraception and then the family planning without the contraception. That is what we are going to do today. The non-contraceptive part of family planning, we have the natural method and the fertility awareness method. Okay, so the natural method and then the fertility awareness method. And with the contraceptive aspect, we have the long-acting reversible contraception. The short form is LARC, LARC, LARC. And then we have the hormonal method, we have the barrier method, we have the emergency pills as well. So we are going to take a look at these methods that I actually mentioned. So we are firstly going to look at the long-acting reversible contraception. Okay, so with that, just as their name goes, it's long-acting and then it's reversible. Under that, we can have the IUD, that's intrauterine device, which is inserted in the womb, and then we have the implant, that is a rod or two that is inserted under the skin. So as you can see here, we have the IUD that is in a T shape. So both the copper one and then the normal one. And then we have the implant, so it could be of one rod, and with this one 5 rods, which is no longer in the system. And then we have this one with also one rod. This is actually for insertion for the single rod here, and this is the double rod. And take a look at the hormonal ones too, and the hormonal ones, there are a lot. So there are pills, there are injectables, there are contraceptive patches, there are vaginal rings, a whole lot. So with the pills and then the injectables, they have the combined, okay, or progestin only. So with the pills, combined pills or progestin only, then the injectables to combined or progestin only. So just as the pill goes, that we know a pill is taken once, so oral pill, so you take it daily. You take it daily, and then with the injectables, you take the injection for maybe a month or 2 or 3. So we have the pills. The one with a single color is the progestin only, and then the one with 2 colors are the combined pills. We also have the vaginal rings that will be inserted into the vagina. As you can see how they are, it's round, that's why it's called a ring. Then we have the patches, which can be used at the back, upper back, and then also can be used on the abdomen. And then the third place is the upper arm. These are the only places you can use a contraceptive patch. And then we have the injectables. This is the combined one, and this is progestin only. And then we have a look at the barrier method. So the barrier method, just as their name sounds, it's a barrier, so it causes a barrier. So a barrier is something that blocks something from getting close to something. So when you're going somewhere and then something stops you, that thing becomes a barrier. And so, just as the name sounds, we have the condom, both female and male condoms, as we all know. And then we have the cervical cup. Yeah, we have the cervical cup. We have the diaphragm as well. So as you can see, it's in the shape of a cup. That is why it's called a cervical cup. And then this is the diaphragm. This is the diaphragm, and as you can see, it's of different colors. Yes, and then the shape is quite different too. We have the male and female condoms. Yes, the male and female condoms, as you can see, they come in various colors, and then there are different types as well. We also have the contraceptive sponge, which is also used as a barrier method. And then we have the emergency contraceptive. So with the emergency contraceptives, we have the pill, and then the IUD that we mentioned can also serve as an emergency contraceptive. So with a pill, you take it once, or sometimes you take it twice within 12 hours interval. So this is a single pill that is taken at once, and this is a double pill 12 hourly or as prescribed. And then with the IUD, can be settled in the womb about 5 days of having unprotected sex. So with the emergency pill, when you can take this pills is if you have unprotected sex and then you don't want to get pregnant, and probably you are not sure of your cycle to know whether you are in your ovulation period or not. And then mostly it's not advised to take it often, like how you take your daily pills, because it could cause complications such as ovarian cysts, fibroid, and then the like. So with the emergency contraceptive pills, you just take it once, at most twice in a year. So it's not supposed to be taken frequently. Just like everything has its negatives and positives, taking it too much can cause complications like the fibroid and the cysts. So all in all, contraceptive pills must not be taken frequently. Take a look at the non-contraceptive methods. As I mentioned, we have the fertility method and then the natural method. So I'm going to fuse them. So with the fertility awareness, with that one you get to know your body, you get to know your cycle, then you get to know the changes in your body. So you get to know your cycle as in the sense that you know that within this period you're having ovulation, so then you don't have unprotected sex. That's how that works. So you can either study your body. So we have something like the basal body temperature. So with the basal body temperature, you just get to notice your body, how the temperature of your body during ovulation. So whenever you realize your body temperature is around that, then you get to know that probably it's time for your ovulation. So you get to know your fertile window, so that during this period of time you don't actually have sexual intercourse. The whole issue is you don't want to use any form of contraception. So within this period, you aren't going to have any form of sexual intercourse. So unless you know you are in your free period, okay. And then some other indicators for the fertility awareness is the cervical mucus, because as a woman, your mucus, or like the discharges that come from your V, it changes within the month. So you get to know that this is how my cervical mucus is like when I'm in my fertile period. So within this period, I'm not going to have any form of sexual interaction. And then with the natural family planning method, we have the lactational amenorrhea method. So it's simply breastfeeding, and mostly it's for mothers who are breastfeeding, and then it's mostly effective around the first to the third month. That's the most effective. It's normally first month to the sixth month, but then most women begin ovulating around the third month. So it's most effective for the first to third month of childbirth, after childbirth. And then one thing about this is it will be only effective if you breastfeed the child properly. And then another natural method is the withdrawal. And then with the withdrawal, the only thing is that your man doesn't release into you, just brings it out. It doesn't ejaculate into you, brings the sperms out. So that is it. And then the natural method, you can also have the calendar method. The calendar method can also be used in the fertility awareness. So with the calendar method, you just track yourself on the calendar. You can also use the cycle beads for that. All in all, these methods do not include any form of contraception. And we have the permanent method. Okay, the permanent method. Without one, sterilization. So bilateral tubal ligation, where the fallopian tubes of the woman is either clipped or tied. Okay, and then with that one, it's permanent, it's irreversible. Okay, and then with the men too, that's where we have for the men we have the vasectomy as well. So the sperm duct will be tied or clipped. So, just as we said, with the BTL, the fallopian tubes are sealed, clipped, or tied to prevent egg entry. Same applies to the vasectomy, where the sperm duct is actually sealed or tied. Yes, with that one too, it's permanent and then irreversible. Aside that, all the contraceptive methods are actually reversible. Whenever you want to give birth, you can just quit and then you can give birth. Only the permanent methods, that the vasectomy and the BTO, bilateral tubal ligation, are irreversible and then they are forever. These family planning methods, actually, what they do, it either thins the uterus lining to not be able to house a baby, then it could thicken the mucus in the cervix, so the cervical mucus. That's to prevent sperms from easily swimming into it. And then with some of them, they even reduce the potency of the sperm, or like they kill the sperms. Some of them also, they stop ovulation. Yes, they stop ovulation at a given time to prevent pregnancy. So let's talk about the importance of the family planning methods. As I mentioned earlier, it's able to help you in spacing out your children. Normally, a woman's womb would go back to normal after 2 years. So this family planning will help you allow your uterus go back to its shape before it houses another baby. And then as a result of that, you can be able to do whatever you want to do, and you can be able to get enough time to take care of your child. So let's say you give birth and then in the next 3 months you're already pregnant. It brings some stress on the family. So this family planning will just take away that stress. To the mother, it makes you healthy. To the child, it makes the child healthy as well. To the nation, it reduces pressure on the social amenities. It reduces pressure on the nation. The vaccines are for free. So when the kids become too much, the money that the government can use to develop the country must go into the shipping of the vaccines to actually be enough for all of the kids. Another importance of this family planning is just it just helps you to prevent unintended pregnancy. It helps you prevent it, and then amongst all of them, only the barrier methods can actually prevent STIs, and with that one, it's to some extent it isn't 100% protection. That depends on the site of infection. Yes, but the barrier method is the only one that can at least assure you of a 50 to 70% of protection against STIs. Family planning is a choice, and then if you are interested in any of the methods, you could see your health practitioner to help you, to counsel you on it, for you to make an informed choice. All right. that is the end of today's topic. In today's topic, we just looked at what family planning was about, and if we looked at methods to family planning, we realized that we have the contraceptive method and non-contraceptive methods. And at the contraceptive methods, we looked at the long-acting reversible contraception, we looked at the hormonal contraception, we looked at the barrier methods, we looked at the emergency pills, we looked at the permanent ones, and then we also looked at the non-contraceptive ones like the fertility awareness method and the natural method. So soon we've come to an end of today's segment. If you don't understand anything, if you have any question, you could just drop it in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions, you could also drop it there. They are all welcome. And if you want more insights or research, you could speak to your health practitioner, your doctor, or your nurse, or you could also research on the internet to get more information. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a like and see you again next time. Bye bye. 再见.